Well, welcome everybody to our press conference today over at police headquarters. For a while now, for some time, the police department hasn't had the tools it needs to effectively do its job, or at least do its job to the standards that we all expect. We have a very high-functioning police department that is well managed under Chief Prevention's leadership, but in order to be at their best, our police department needs the right tools, and that includes a lot of things. It includes most of all, perhaps, the vehicles they drive in, how and the rate at which and the accuracy with which, the responsiveness with which the police deploy to address threats is of critical importance. And so we were pleased some months ago to announce that we would be purchasing 18 new police vehicles out of the city's free cash balance. We have done that. We have outfitted those vehicles, and you've seen them in the last couple of weeks driving around the city. They look sharp, but most importantly, they perform well. And again, this is all about, at the end of the day, public safety. We've been able to manage our finances well in the city to enable us to do this. Behind me today is our Chief Financial Officer, Ari Skye, who has been able to see a way forward to enabling us to continue, or to really start to purchase equipment for the police department to allow them to get the job done. So today's a way of announcing to the public that that work is underway. The police department is stronger now today as a result of these purchases, more effective today, and we hope that our city will be safer as a result. So I want to thank Ari for his work. I want to thank the chief, of course, for all of his work in shepherding the department and making the case for new vehicles. And I also want to thank the chairperson of the City Council's Public Safety Committee, Brian Gomes, for being a very strong advocate for the police department, and particularly for their equipment needs. Brian has been for a while banging the drum about police equipment, and we're proud to announce today that the city's delivering. So Brian, I thank you for your advocacy on behalf of the department. Again, it's all about public safety at the end of the day. So I will ask the chief and then Brian to come up and say a few words about what the vehicles mean to the department. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I think on a bigger picture, the purchase of these vehicles represents really, I think, what's the best in city government. We identified a need, and it was a glaring need. Our fleet had fallen apart to a point of total disrepair, and they were just simply unsafe. And a number of people joined with us to figure out the best way to get that done. I think the work that Ari did on putting together the financial package, the city council with council rooms leading the charge, and Mayor Mitchell recognizing early on that we had to come up with a way to finance this really important need. And I think the mayor touched on it. The most important thing is that police officers can't do a whole lot if they can't get there. And our fleet was in such a state, it was getting to the point that our ability to get to those calls was in jeopardy. So these units will allow us to get there and to you spend 8 hours in your office. You know how nice it is to have a decent office. Well, these cruisers represent the offices that our police officers live in and day out. I'd also like to note the work that Officer Paul Pyers, who manages our fleet, did on putting together the specs on these vehicles, and he's the one that's really responsible for all the work in getting them here and getting them on the road. So I want to notice him and thank him for all his hard work and leadership on getting these cars out into the streets. So, thank you.
All right, now I'd like to call up City Councilor at Large, Brian Gomes. Brian?
Thank you, ma'am. It's a great day for our New Bedford Police Department. This has been a collaborative effort because we have a man now that has an eye and an ear for what this department needs as far as equipment. And he did not hesitate for a moment when he knew that these cars needed to be replaced so badly across the city. These are the units that service our city 24/7. As I said, a collaborative effort between the chief, the mayor, the city council, and we have a man now that has an eye and an ear that knows that in order to fight crime on the streets, we must have the best equipment. And that's what I'm enjoying with this mayor is that, again, he's listening and he's making a difference, and we're going to continue to make a difference together to make sure that this department has the equipment that it needs to go out there and do the job that it does in protecting our city each and every day. Thank you very much for the opportunity. You know, as chairman of public safety, I think it's an ideal car for our department. This car is equipped with all-wheel drive. This is going to be very utilized, especially in the wintertime when we have snowstorms and stuff where we've been utilizing other vehicles, city vehicles. It's going to be great to have these out on the road and be able to service the city of New Bedford. They're beautiful units, and hope they're comfortable enough for the police department and the men and women that serve us. Just a little rundown of, you know, what these cars mean to the department as far as performance, as far as what they bring differently from the former Crown Vic, which we know, for one thing, these are all-wheel drive. The Crown Vic was rear-wheel drive. That put us in situations and storms and stuff that they basically couldn't be used with 6 inches of slush on the ground because they wouldn't run. Where these things, I understood, run pretty good.
Right through everything. These things are great in the snow. They're all-wheel drive. They're more fuel efficient than what the Crown was. They have newer equipment, more state-of-the-art equipment, up to date now. They're more fuel efficient than what the Crown Victoria was. Latest and greatest.
Come with some real options as far as the lighting and everything, to the advantage of the officer and the scene, especially at night.
The lighting is state-of-the-art, provides better access, off-access for intersection stuff. All LED, which is the newest stuff out there. No strobe lighting. Aerodynamic bar also assists with the fuel mileage. All around.
These units that we got in, we didn't only get units for regular patrol, we also got them in for the K9, and just a little bit about what it means to the K9 officers and the dogs now with their units. It did basically the same, but going to give that same kind of performance.
This is a major leap forward for them. They had model year 2000 vehicles. So this is a major step forward for them. Again, all the latest electronics, a pop-out system. They can just press a button, the doors open automatically, let the dog out. Again, all the latest equipment, everything brand new for them.
Great looking cars. Great looking cars. And the SUV comes with the same options.
Same options, they're all-wheel drive. Everything's identical other than the physical size of the vehicle.
Giving a little bit more room and giving us also that option to run them when needed on off-road or possibly snow or inclement weather when we need to have them out there.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for attending today.
New Bedford Cable Network, your connection to the Whaling City.
Any questions?
What kind of service plan does this come with?
Unlimited.
Can I keep my same phone number?
Absolutely.
How do I change the ringtone?
Just hook it up to your computer.
Does it have a camera? What's the warranty? Does it come in silver? Can I put my party shuffle on this? Does it have a 3.5 millimeter headset jack? You sell a lot of these?
It's the one I carry.
You ever get those phantom vibrations in your pocket?
Any questions?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.